you pass your driving test. At that point when the examiner says to you, congratulations, you passed your driving test, it's like your mind goes all fuzzy because you're excited, and for the next 30 seconds, whatever that examiner says to you, you've probably not heard it. You're probably just thinking about, I want to tell my boyfriend, I want to tell my girlfriend, I want to tell my mum, my dad, I want to tell my mates. And you're dying to get on the phone, or when you get home, hug them and tell them how well you've done and passed. So you would have missed the part that they might have said to you. Now, I say they might have said to you because not every examiner said this. When I've sat in the back of cars on the debrief, some examiners say this, some don't. Some say to you, now, well done, you passed, congratulations. Now, don't forget, read the back of the blue sheet there and go on the website, and the New Drivers Act is important information for you. Now, so that's what they've mentioned in the New Drivers Act. Now, just so you know, when you pass your driving test, it's like a clock starts ticking, 2-year probation you're on. Yeah, they don't tell you that all the time. It's 24 months. And it's a 24-month probation period not to get 6 points on your licence. Right? After that, it goes to 12 points. Because if you speak to your mum and dad or your friends who've been driving for about 4 or 5 years, they're allowed to get a maximum of 12 points on the driving licence before they lose their licence. Okay, so as a new driver, doesn't matter if you're 17, 27, 37, whatever age it is, your class is a new driver. So the New Driver Act kicks in for you. So from that point onwards, you're on a probation of 2 years, not to get 6 points. And you're thinking, I'll never get 6 points. Me, I'm a good driver. I'm always keeping an eye on things. That's great. Keep doing that, because that's what you've worked hard for. And this is what you've got to say is, if I do what I've been taught and I know what to do right, the chances are I'll get no points at all, and I'll breeze for that period of 2 years and not even think about it. I'll forget about it completely. So once you pass the 2-year period, by the way, you're allowed to get maximum 12 points on your licence. Now, I'm not saying go and get these points on your licence. I'm trying to help you and try to say to you, you need to be aware of the fact that you're going to get points. So what do you get points for? The most common one? Speeding, straight away. Speeding. Thousands of people get done for speeding. Now, let me just talk. I mean, there's other things. Speeding, there's drug offences, driving offences, there's drink driving offences, all sorts of things you get done for get points for, penalty points. So let's just talk about a couple of common ones then. Let's talk about speeding, because that's the most common one. If you're, I'm sure you remember from when you're on your lessons, your instructor says to you, slow down, or your partner says, slow down, you're going to break the speed limit here. They're trying to help you, because they want you to get your ticket, because you're the driver, you get the ticket. Now, if you're clocked by a speed camera, and there's different types of speed cameras, so let's talk about the most common ones. If you're driving around a town centre, you've got 3 types. You've got the static one, which is a square yellow box, sometimes the rectangle shapes, and you've got the mobile ones. Now, the mobile ones, you've got 2 different types. You've got the police van with the blacked out windows that are pointing the camera through the window you can't see, and you've also got the police officer standing at the side of the road pointing the gun, the actual speed camera gun at you in the distance. Now, them speed camera guns can clock you from a few hundred metres away, so don't think I'm going to get away with it. And when they're pointing that, they're actually scanning you at that point. So if you get stopped for speeding by a mobile speed unit, or you get a letter through the post, and you're just over the speed limit, you're probably going to get 2 things offered. You're going to say, unfortunately, you've been stopped, you've been clocked for speeding. Here's a picture of you, smiling away, not even realising you listen to your best music, and it says how fast you were going on it. You were doing 32 miles an hour in a 30 zone. You think, damn, and you look at it, £100 fine. £100 fine. That's a lot of money straight away, and 3 points as well on your licence is even worse. You got 3 points on your licence, £100 fine. Now, what they might do, and I say, because some places don't always do this, but most of them do this, they'll say to you, now, because you've just been over the speed limit just by a small percentage, then we're going to offer you an opportunity to go on a speed awareness course. Take it. You know, people moan about, oh, it's 4 hours of my time, it's wasting my time. Well, if you've been done for speeding, then go on the course, because you're going to learn something. You're going to learn why not speed and what are the implications. And also, when you go on a course, they'll quash your points. Right, so straight away you've got no points, but I think it's an extra £25 on top, or maybe more than that now. I mean, it might be about £130, £150 for a speed awareness course, but it's better than taking the 3 points. If you get caught speeding and it's way over the speed limit, say it's in the 30 zone and you're doing 40 or even more than that, you're not going to get offer of a speed awareness course. You're going to get told you've been done for speeding. And if it's really high, you're going to get told you've been done for speeding and you have to appear in court. Okay, which will be a bit more of a fine because you'll incur all the costs at that point. So let's just talk about the fact that you've got 3 points. You've been doing 36 miles an hour and you've got 3 points in your license. So for the next X amount of months, you're going to have to drive very carefully not to get another 3 points, because as soon as you hit 6 points, you're going to get a letter from the DVLA saying to you, you've got 6 points in your driving license. I'm going to revoke your license at a point. And you're not on your own. There's thousands of people every year it happens to. So just be aware of that. And I'll give you an example. There was a lad I taught about 3 or 4 years ago, and if he's watching this now, he's probably going to smile. And he passed his driving test, and he said to me, I'm going away in 3 days to Australia for a year. So I said to him, fantastic. I said, now don't forget, you're on that 2-year probation. So a couple of days later, he's on the plane, Australia, disappeared Australia. 10 months later, I got a message off him. Can I have some driving lessons, please? So I said to him, you mean refresher lessons? I said, no, driving lessons. So I rang him up, said, what's up? What are you on driving lessons for? Lost my license. He came back after 6 months. I think he must have had enough in Australia, or 10 months. I can't remember exactly when it was. And he forgot that he's going to get done for speeding. And he got stopped twice on static cameras. Once in his works van, 3 points, and once in his own car, 3 points. And then he got a letter a couple of days later saying your license has been revoked. So he lost his license. He had to do his theory again, do his driving test again, and plus the inconvenience. So it cost him quite a few quid in the end. Now, remember this: you get different points for different penalties. Now, if you're on your mobile phone, and I know you're going to say, I know what you're going to say, James. Everyone knows this. If you don't know it about mobile phone use, if you get caught on the mobile phone, 6 points, £200 fine. You lose your license straight away, won't you, as a new driver? And when I'm slowing down, I check my rear view mirror and the car behind me slows down, and they slow down and they go, and you can see them. They must think everyone's silly, because what they're doing at that point there is they're on the phone, they're on Snapchat, or they're looking at Facebook, or whatever they're doing. It's either that or they're trying to roll a joint or something, because their hands down here doing that, aren't they? So don't do it is the answer. And there's different penalties, if you jump a red light. I know you're not supposed to do that, but if you do and you get caught, it's penalty points, isn't it? And all these points add up. So I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm nagging you about penalty points, but if you don't know this as a new driver, you're going to go out in that world and you're happy, and then a week later you're going to get done for speeding, or you're going to get done for going down a one-way street the wrong way, because there's a police officer at the other end flagging you down and giving you a fixed penalty notice there and then for going down the wrong way. So be careful, you're responsible for your safekeeping and obviously people around you. So enjoy your driving by all means, and enjoy your life, but be wary of getting penalty points in the first 2 years. After 2 years, it goes up to 12 points. So you've got a little bit more leeway. And remember, if it does go up to 6 points, as well as losing your license in that first 2 years, your insurance is going to go sky high next time you renew it. Because you might, at that point, say, well, okay, then I'll reset my theory, I'll reset my driving test, and then I've got myself a car, contact your insurance, and it was £1,000 or 1,200 or maybe £500. It's now £2,000 insurance, because at that point you're still classed as a risk. So even though you've kind of paid your dues by resetting the test, in the insurance side of it, they still see you as a risk because it's within 5 years. So, okay, good luck, and hopefully this isn't too much of a downer for you. It's more of an eye-opener. Okay, take care, good luck with your driving, and remember, it's in your hands, so take care.